Hello, welcome to this new video. My name is Martina Vincenzi and I am the founder of the VIP Flight Attendant Academy Private Jet Coach. On today's video, we are going to talk about empty sectors. Empty sectors, ferry flights, you call it how you want, it's just the same thing every time, and that means this is going to be a flight without customers on board. When you fly on a private jet, not every flight is actually with passengers. You often have flights without passengers on board, without customers, that you need to perform just in order to position yourself, to position the jet wherever it needs to be. Sometimes is, for example, you need to I'll give you an example. You landed in Geneva, you dropped the passengers in Geneva, and then you need to fly to Milan empty, just to bring the jet over there to Milan, because there is a maintenance facility. So if the aircraft has to go over some maintenance, you might need to just position the jet over there. And of course, this flight is going to be empty, so with no customers on board. Of course, whenever the maintenance will be finished, you pick up the jet in Milan and you reposition, again empty, the jet somewhere else to continue with your flights. Sometimes it can also happen that you drop the passengers somewhere. So you land somewhere, your customers disembark from the jet, but you cannot stay there for the overnight, because the aircraft is full, the airport is full, because it's high season, they are expecting a huge traffic or whatever. So they very often we are just request to just do a very quick turnaround, land, disembark, and then refuel, close the door and take off again. This is, for example, very much the case of Ibiza in Spain. So when in summertime, when you land in Ibiza, it will never be the case that you just stay there for the night. Unfortunately, you normally just go, drop the customers, and then fly back somewhere else, and you reposition into another airport close by. It doesn't necessarily have to be, on the other side of the country, just somewhere else close by with a bigger parking area where you can actually just stay there overnight. So yeah, that's very much the case. And if you are flying owner's operation, so if you are flying on a jet that belongs to someone, and therefore this person, the owner of the jet, is the only customer you have on board, or the people around him are the customer that you very likely will have on board. So that means that you will be flying always with the same type of passengers, okay, with the same group of people. It could be the owner and the family, the owner and the business partner, some family friends, whatever, but still is going to be pretty much very well-known faces that you see on board of your jet over and over and over again. So in this case, because you just fly the flights that the owner needs you to fly, the quantity of the empty legs that you encounter, they are very limited. So I'm not saying that 100% of the flights are with customers on board, but I would say 80% of the flights are with customers on board. And then every now and then, in particular in a situation like Ibiza, you have to reposition the jet somewhere else on an empty sector. If you're flying charter operations, so means that you are a service provider, okay? The company you fly for is a service provider, like any other companies that actually have private jet. However, you basically rent the jet to whoever needs it, okay? So the jet doesn't belong to that specific person, but is rented, is chartered to whoever needs to fly on a private jet on that day at that time. So in this case, for charter operation, because the type of operation are so dramatically unpredictable, and you can jump from here to there constantly, and it's updating every minute, basically. So your plans can change from minute by minute, from minute to minute. So in this type of situation, you might have a lot more of empty sectors. Okay, I give you an example. Probably one of the most common route that we do in Europe. So let's say from Milan, you fly to London with customers on board, you drop them in London, and then you position yourself to Paris. So London, Paris will be empty. In Paris, you pick up another customer or customers, and you fly them to Nice, for example. So Paris, Nice will be a live sector with customers on board. You land in Nice, they go and they say goodbye, and then you position the jet to Faro, for example, in Portugal. So then Nice, Faro will be again an empty sector, just for you to position the jet in Faro in order to be ready for the following day. And the following day, you're gonna start your duty with a live sector because you are already there, the place where the jet is required to be. So basically, out of 4 flights, you have 50% of the flights with customers on board, live sectors, and 50% of the flights without customers on board, ferry flight / empty sectors. Okay, what do we do normally during these empty sectors? Well, we take advantage to move on with, I'm talking from the cabin point of view, obviously. The pilots fly, regardless if it is with customers on board or without customers on board, they still have to fly the airplane. So this is what they do. In the cabin, we just go on with the administration of the jet. So maybe it could be, a good moment to do the inventory of the jet, to check the expiration dates of whatsoever you can possibly put in your mouth: medicines, beverages, chocolate, food, condiments, anything. So we go through the entire cabin just to check the expiration dates of items, and eventually we throw away the expired ones, and we make a shopping list of what needs to be replaced. We go through reorganization and cleaning, for example, or it's also a good moment to invest for administration purposes. So with your laptop, comfortably seated on the master seat of the jet, maybe you can go through emails, reports, or maybe the feedback of the flight, or the customer's profile, or whatever. Or maybe you are preparing for the next flight, so you are creating a menu for your next flight. You are making a shopping list of whatever you need to buy. So it is a relaxed environment, a relaxed flight. Like I normally lose my hair, remove the heels, and I just prepare myself a cup of tea. I enjoy if I have the time and the possibility, I enjoy a meal seated, taking my time, however, it's still it's a duty, it's a working moment, okay? It's a working flight, so you have to take the best out of it, obviously. I hope that this differentiation between empty sectors and live sectors, it was convenient for you. It is convenient for you to hear and to learn. I know that this is a little bit different compared to the airline, where this is something extremely exceptional to happen. However, in the business aviation industry, it's like an everyday thing. So just for you to know, how does it work like in here? As always, if you have any questions regarding the corporate aviation industry, VIP flight attendants life, and the dynamics of this job, please feel free to reach out to me. Also remember to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any future video. And so that's all for today. Ciao for now. Baci baci.